haven't slept properly in 5 days. I started reading AO3 again. My For You page is full of yaoi. Honestly, I'm not complaining. Let's just say that we've been relapsing on a couple things. I quite literally just got out of bed. I can say that because actually I woke up at like 6 and then I went back to sleep, and then I woke up at 8 and then I went back to sleep, and now it is currently 10:44. Beautiful chocolate. So I don't want to touch it with my hands though, they're kind of sticky. I'm not going downstairs. Let's start from the beginning. In quarantine time. Now, I'm not that old, so don't hate on me because I'm a freshman in high school, okay? So don't hate on me because during quarantine, when it started, it was spring break of my I'm gonna sound so, I don't even, oof. I'm gonna sound like a baby, and I mean, like, some people would say that I am, but I'm gonna sound so, like, new gen. But, it was the spring break of my 3rd grade year. I don't know how to feel about that. But anyways, so, yeah, it was the 3rd grade year. I think I was 8, about to turn 9. So I didn't really do anything 3rd grade year, not gonna lie. I barely got TikTok and everything, and I was on the like Bisco girl kind of side. Like, oh my gosh, my grandma works at Dick's, right? And so basically I got all the Hydro Flask. Like, she loves me so much. She won't admit this in front of anybody else, but I'm her favorite grandchild. And she tells me that. She's like, don't tell your brothers that, Ayla. And then it's pretty obvious because my brothers pointed out too. They're like, it's always Ayla, Ayla, Ayla. And I'm like, oh. Like, yes, I feel bad. I feel really, really bad. Because I want all of us to be like treated the same. So like, I get around it. And I'm like, what do you guys want to do? And then I tell my grandma. So yeah, so anyways, she was a big contributing factor onto me becoming a Visco girl, right? And I was like that for a while. 4th grade came around, and I had known about this app, this wonderful, beautiful storytelling app that many videos on YouTube can be seen of in many different fandoms, you may say. And almost a lot of the population knows about it, and there's a very big controversial community placed around it. And this app is Gotcha. Gotcha Club, Gotcha Life, Gotcha whatever, but that, I've known about that, what's it called, app for a while, right? I had it before, and then going into 4th grade, I was like, wait, let's just jump back into this. And I was like, wow, because at this time I think Gotcha Club had just come out or something like that. Either that or I just discovered it. Who knows? It's been 6 years. Sounds like a long time. Anyways, Gotcha. Well, it started out small, right? I had Gotcha Life, and I was watching all. At the time, I think what was going around was the Big Baby and Big Baby's a hard one. And it was like zombie apocalypse. It wasn't any like weird stuff yet, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, wow. 4th grade came around. 4th grade came around, and let's just say I got, it's nothing bad. I didn't really do anything bad, not gonna lie. People would say people would say that I am a goody two-shoes. I can't argue. I hope my iPad storage doesn't run out on me. But there is this show, like, it wasn't a real show, but it was a gotcha show. I forgot what it was called. And it was about, like, what is this thing in my hair? It was like a very enchanted eye. I don't know. I'll put a picture of it right here if I find it. So that's what it was, and I got really obsessed with it. So then I started doing more digging and digging and digging, and then I got into that. But before all that happened, I started watching My Hero Academia gotcha videos. No, I was so confused. I was like, wow, what is this? This is so cool. And then a clip of the actual, and then I started finding clips of the actual animes. And then I was so lost in the storyline. I was so lost. I thought freaking All Might was like a doctor or something. I was like, those are the same two people, like what the heck? And then I found out that Asui and Izuku Midoriya were not related at all, but I couldn't really tell because they were gotcha stories, and at the time it was logic that if you had the same hair color you were obviously related. So yeah, that's what kind of got me on the ball of being a geek. Geek. Or people call them weird kids, I don't know. Yeah, so I started watching My Hero Academia, and I was on the little like anime gotcha side of TikTok where everybody was like, I'm pansexual, I'm bisexual, like everybody was gay. Everybody was gay. And I was like, whoa, what the heck? And I think that was really bad for like development, especially if kids like my age had social media, because they should be able to find out their own sexuality on their own and not be influenced on liking another or the same gender because it's a trend. I don't know, I think being gay was a trend back then, I'm not gonna lie. I feel really dirty. I feel like a bum. But anyways, I was on like that side of TikTok, and it was really funny. It was really fun. You know, in 4th grade, I was in online school, and I used to skip PE to play and make gotcha videos. I never posted any until 7th grade. But we'll get that later. We'll get there later, like, chill. Anyways, I think that was like the worst thing I did, because after that, my parents forced me and my brothers to go downstairs in our living room, and they had desks and chairs and everything for us there with all their school supplies, and we would have to do our work there because they'd be able to see everything, because our living room is like an open space. It's like the first thing that you get through the door, like to the home. And our walk-in pantry, we didn't have it at the time. Our pantry used to be like a cabinet, like this, but like obviously taller, but it was a lot like that deep. So we had like a big space, probably like the size of my room. And my room is pretty big. So that's where we had set up our little like learning time and thingy. Oh my gosh, you wanna know what my mom made me do? Me and my brothers do during quarantine? This was like summer, but like this is like before school started up again, because like online school and everything. So she used to My brother's room, it's right next door to mine. He used to not have his own room. He would share a room with my other brother. I'm the oldest. I have 2 younger brothers. Right? Let's just call them thing 1 and thing 2. Because why not? So thing 2 didn't have his own room. He would share with thing 1. And that room used to be like our toy area. Obviously we don't have it anymore because with the advancement of technology, we have not been playing with toys. And I feel like growing up has a factor in that. But I think also technology has an effect on that. But anyways, we used to put out this blanket actually right here. It's a tiger blanket, and I'm not gonna hold it the whole thing, but you can imagine. We had that one and an orca one, and we would spread it out across the whole room because that room is small. It's actually really small, and she would tell us, and she would make us learn sign language for an hour each day, which is actually, I'm not that mad about it, but I really like sign language, not gonna lie. It's really fun to learn, like talking with your hands. Like, it's just like, wow. I'm not like amazing at it, but I would say I know the basics pretty decently. Like, I can hold a simple, like very simple conversation. During that time, I would also, me and my brothers, it was a group decision. We would lock ourselves up in that room and we would not come out. We would be secluded and pretend like we were living life all on our own. And then we would hold wrestling matches in there, and we would say if one of us gets hurt, you can't cry because we all agreed on this, so no complaining. I would say that me and my brothers are very smart. I'm not going to lie. People have told us this before, so it is, it might sound a little arrogant and narcissistic of me coming from me. I'm biased, but I think we're pretty smart kids. Not like young Sheldon smart, but like I think we're decently up there. Anyways, back to 4th grade. So, you know, I was geeky anime stuff, and there's this one specific anime which I will maybe not make a video on, but there's this one show that has particularly stuck with me throughout the years, and I hold it very dear to my heart. I have let it go, and it's found its way back to me, or I found my way back to it, I don't know. But I have another box right here. This is the spin-off series, so, but it's Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. I'm not gonna say the name correctly because honestly I feel kind of weird saying it. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel really weird saying the names right, because then I feel like people will get suspicious of me and be like, whoa, who's this girl? Why is she so weird? But anyways, I love this show so much, and I'm so happy it got a 2nd season because it came out, like the 1st season came out when, like, I was there to see the 1st season come out, and then I had to wait 5 years for another season to come out, and I still stuck with it, and I was like, yes! And I remember I used to get really sad and mad when there was fake teasers saying that season 2 would come out soon, and da-da-da-da. Not gonna lie, I don't use hate very often, so you know this is very serious. I hate their English voices. I don't remember if it was like dubbed or subbed, but I hate their English voices so much. Like, they're so annoying. They don't sound like they're freshmen and 8th graders. Like, there's one like junior, maybe senior, I don't know, but this sounds nothing like it. They all sound so annoying. Freaking Izuku Midoriya is this guy. That was Hanako. That's freaking Azuki Midoriya. Same voice actor, and I was really upset when I found that out, because I wasn't, at first I was like, wow, oh my gosh, same voices, wow, I like both of these shows. And then, I don't know, their voices, it just doesn't fit. And I like Azuki Midoriya's English voice, right? I have no problem with it, honestly. But I hate the English casting for this show. Like, they should have used children. They should have used children. Like Gumball. Nobody would notice after 5 years. Nobody would notice. But anyways, yeah, I was into like Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. Everybody should watch it. Everybody should read it. It's life-changing. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. But I will go into that maybe deeper in another video. Maybe, I don't know. I'll like geek out one day and be like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Not like geek out, but like I'll nerd out, if that's the correct term. Honestly, that you need to nerd out trend, I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time. Like, yes, express who you are and what you love to do and everything, but then I feel like people were kind of missing the point. Like, it was supposed to be things that people regularly don't like or consider weird, and there's people putting Taco Bell in Roblox, and I was like, oh, well, let me tell you. But anyways, isn't My Hero Academia, Haiku, or on High School Host Club, Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. Sorry. I never watched Naruto. I didn't ever watch One Piece. I watched that Karugiri, I don't know, the one where the where that time I watched like a little bit and I was like, this is too much for me. Anyways, but at the time I was very standard, like weird kid. I was like FNAF, Hamilton. Oh my gosh, I'm a very nerdy, I don't know, nerdy person, and there is multiple videos in my phone where I am recreating. There's 4 videos, right? 2 videos are for Wicked Part 1 and 2 videos are for Hamilton, right? And it is me and my brothers recreating the whole entire musical of Hamilton with just ourselves and makeshift costumes using pillows and blankets. And it is the same thing with Wicked. Yeah, so I did that. I was musicals, gotcha, anime, FNAF, Minecraft, the list goes on and on and on and on, right? And you know, with the trend, I don't know if I can call it a trend. I mean, like, most people would say that it was very like opening to them because gay people and all that stuff was going around. Honestly, I was like, what? And I think I went along with it too, but I'm straight. But I think at one point I was like, maybe I like girls, but I don't think I ever did, not gonna lie. I don't think I had the grasp on what all that was, and I think now I do. I have a better understanding, and I don't like girls. I don't like girls. Okay? On my TikTok, I had she/it. So when he said it really fast, it would sound like the S word. She/it. It was really funny, and nobody got it, and people would actually call me it, and I was like, oh, I wasn't aware of that. It was a joke. I think I was ahead of my time. But with that arising, with people finding out that gay people were a thing, the ships came. And, you know, this is where the relapsing comes. You know, the show Heated Rivalry has recently come out and has sparked a newfound, I had an epiphany, let's just say, that I do enjoy the story. It's gonna sound really weird, and I don't want to sound weird, but I literally just woke up and I have not slept properly for 5 days, and I feel like I'm going crazy. I've been surviving off of like 1 to 2 hours of sleep each day, so, and I think you can tell with my appearance right now, but I had an epiphany, and I went back to thinking, hey, maybe I really do like just seeing two men kissing.
I don't know what to do because I don't have any yaoi and I have no yuri and I have no money because it was so expensive.
Maybe I do. I'm reading it. Because back in the quarantine times, I was really big. Bakudeku, BKDK, DK, BK, whatever else names Izuku Midoriya X Katsuki Bakugo, Deku X Kachan, whatever. I was very big on that. I shipped other things too. And coming back into that, like, it's been invading my TikTok feed, and it's like, whoa, all the ships that I used to have for that show aren't popular anymore. Like, all of those things really, really, like, wow. And I still fight people online, not gonna lie, but I used to fight people online about like, no, and Bakudeku and BKKR, Bakukiri, and I never, okay, let me get this out here. I don't like polyamorous stuff. I don't. I think it's weird. And some people will argue with me about it, but that is, and I'm probably gonna get canceled for this, but I don't see the appeal for it. And I think it takes a lot of bravery to say this out here on a public platform that I don't really like it. And if you do, I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about it. I think it's a little gross and I don't understand it, but you know. But going back, at the ripe age of, okay, 4th grade, I was 9 years old, and I was this little anime nerd. I had all the shirts, I had long hair. I don't know, I had bangs when I was little, okay? Like, baby little, and I stopped getting them in like 3rd grade, which is also when my teeth grew in. I used to not have front teeth. Now I do. But yeah, I stopped having them in like 3rd, maybe 2nd grade, and then 4th grade I was like, I want bangs. Wait, was that 4th grade? No, that was 5th grade. Never mind, scratch that out. Yeah, I was very big on that. I used to post gotcha videos online, and I used to do the rendering and editing, and this has stuck with me. I don't know what this name is, so don't pay attention to it. Throughout my life, I have had this complex. I don't know what kind of complex to describe it as, other than that I want to be the best and everything. I need to be the best, and if I don't do, like a perfectionist, but a little deeper than that, because I want to be good at everything and I want to be the best at everything. And so when I do something, I have to immediately be the best, honestly. And maybe one day I will go deeper into it, into this area. of my life. Maybe I will go deeper into it in another video, but who knows. So yeah, I would make these videos and these rendering edits, and it had to be perfect. And honestly, looking back at them, they weren't good, but they weren't bad either. Like, considering what I saw everybody else do, like, I don't think mine was that bad. I'm not gonna lie. I think the editing on the photos that I did were horrendous, but maybe at the time they were not bad because I actually got a lot of recognition for it. And oh my gosh, there's this one video I've never forgotten about it. But I posted it on TikTok, right? Because I had just changed my whole, like, way that I did videos and everything. I used to switch back and forth from KinMaster and a lot of stuff, but then I found CapCut, and I was like, okay, like, later, losers. So, yeah, I had just done a whole switch, and people who know me and who are hopefully not watching this video, somebody who's watching this video, I don't know if you are, but my old TikTok account that this person keeps on calling Viper, that account, I look back on it a lot and I'm like, wow, this is really like sentimental and everything, but I hate this. This is so cringy. Anyway, so after that passed, I did a whole rebrand, and let me just say, I'm still proud of myself because it is so freaking good. It's so good. It's so good. Like, my editing, my animation, everything is so good. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And I think I'm sounding pretty self-absorbent right now, but I'm really happy what I did. And I can't find those videos because I deleted them for some stupid reason. I don't know what was going through my brain, but those videos were so good. It was this trend had been going around, and it was like, but it was that sound, and it was going around, and it was like, I don't know. And anyways, in the video, the animation was so freaking smooth, and those photos took a lot of my storage. Like, it would go but when put all together, smooth, perfect, clean, and I was like, yes. And the editing, it was so good. It was so good. Like, I was on top of the world. But then I deleted that. It made me really sad. I think that's the best gotcha video I've ever made in my life. And now it's in the internet somewhere, but you'd have to do some like really deep digging because I deleted it. But it was so freaking good. Anyways, so 4th grade, I convinced my parents to let me go to in-person school. And in that school, you know, these people were like my 4th and 5th grade class, not gonna lie. And the school was barely opening up, so everybody had masks and like divider thingies, like, I don't know how to describe it, but we had that, and we were in the classroom and everything. And the bond between me and my 4th grade class, it's something really special. And it was only like 6 of us. It was only like 6 of us in the beginning. There was these 2 twins and this one really tall boy and this other brunette guy, right, and me. And it was just enough because we all really liked My Hero Academia. At least me and the 2 twins did, right? And well, we came up with the brilliant idea to call this little friendship that we had within the classroom the Baku Squad, because that was also going around, and we all chose characters and everything, and it was really cute. But then it was really cool because the really tall guy printed out a picture of Bakugo. This freaking thing, and it was cool. He got me a sweater because I liked it, because I said I liked it, and I was like, wow, this is so like, wow. And then looking back on it, I think that, I don't know, I've never really been good at crushes or anything. Maybe we'll have a video on that. I'm saying a lot of maybe videos on here, and it's giving me ideas, so a lot more videos incoming. Anyways, it was really sweet, and we had this really, really special bond, and we didn't, and I'm really sad because one day me and my friends made it's not anything bad, but me and the two girls, as you know, we all shipped Bakukiri. So we made this joke. The two guys, they were Bakugo and Kirishima, and we made a joke, and they're like, why would you call us that, and da 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 da. But honestly, it was like, I think the last 3 days of school, and we never really saw each other again. We didn't really see each other again. At least the two boys, me and the twins, we went on to, oh my gosh, 5th grade was so amazing too. I was like on a roll and everything. That's how I met my bestest friend in the whole wide world, Aaron. Right, he had a crush on me at first, and I was like, okay, I only said that I liked him because honestly I felt really bad for him. I had no intentions. I don't think I had any crushes in elementary school. People had crushes on me. People had crushes on me. And I was very influential, and I made them run races because and then people would say I was using them, and I was like, okay. And maybe I was. But at the same time, I was in elementary school. So my whole 5th grade class, we were all so super close. We were all best friends. So we made this family called the Bingus family. A Bingus is this little thing right here. That was our mascot, everything. And like, it was so sweet, and we were all such nerdy kids, and we would talk about anime and everything like that, and it was really sweet and sentimental and everything. And we all went on to middle school with each other, and oh my gosh, me and 3 other kids, including my best friend Aaron, and Ellie, and this kid named Bruno. Our birthdays are in June, and they were all so incredibly close to each other. I mean, like, Ellie and Bruno, their birthdays were literally a day apart. It was like, one day it'd be like one day one of them, and then the next day the other one, and then it would be like a couple days, and then it would be mine, and then it would be like a couple days, and then it would be Aaron's, and we're like, oh, we're quadruplets. And nobody really liked my best friend Aaron at the time. Like, they liked him, but everybody thought he was annoying and gay. And it was really funny because Bruno had a crush on Aaron, and it was so funny. Like, he just had to be there, bro. And then Bruno had a crush on Ellie, and it was like, oh, Bruno's a really good kid. He's a really nice kid in person, and I'm not sad, but sometimes I dwell on the fact that we're not close anymore, because as I said before, our whole 5th grade class was so super close. But we made it the joke that we were quadruplets, and that Aaron was born on Friday the 13th. And it was really funny. And we had this kid named Raven, and he was our older sibling, and Raven, oh my gosh, he was scary. He liked me. Like, out of the whole class, I think he was the only person out of the whole class. I think that I was the only person that he generally tolerated, because I would ask him about stuff and I was interested. He hyper fixated on, like, when I tell you like, he had ADHD. Like, he had ADHD, and he would hyper fixate at the time on World War II, and he was a very big Nazis fan. And sometimes he would threaten to bomb the school. And then the summer going into freshman year, we found out that he might come to Maltwood, and me, Ellie, and Aaron, we were all like, no, we're gonna get bombs, there's gonna be shooting, like, what the heck. Yeah, so that's the kind of kid he was. So I had, or maybe I still have, this little, like, notebook thingy, and I would draw pictures of all of us and everything as stick figures. The paper was like that big. Excuse me. It was like a whole big scrapbook, and it was really cool. It was really sweet. And then middle school came around, and one of the twins started sitting with other people, and honestly, nobody cared. Like, they were like, okay, make new friends, new school, new us, like, who cares? So my iPad's right now. Honestly, it isn't surprising because my video was approaching 45 minutes, but I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, Aaron had a bone to pick, and he made a huge deal, and everybody kind of just fell off. Like, and this was middle of 6th grade, and I was very sad. And, you know, everybody had their own stories. It's like those videos that went around for a while. I don't know if this is just my For You page, but it's on the group chat something, so they all go on their own, like, I'll have to find the video, but some people will know what I'm talking about and some people will not.
Okay, this is Ayla from the future, and I am whispering right now because it is currently 1 a.m. So when I am editing this video, I remembered that the TikTok trend was saying when the friend group breaks up, so we all go on our own arcs.
Anyways, so I went off. I was very involved in robotics and math stuff and NHS. I was very involved in middle school, and I'm not very involved in high school. No, honestly, I saw a list one time, and I was like, I wonder what that is, and then people went around saying that it was the top 10, and my name wasn't on there, so then I got perfect hundreds for the rest of the school year, and I was number 9. Meaning that, saying that you can lock in. No matter what you are doing right now, you have the ability to lock in and achieve your dreams, no matter how far in deep you are in whatever mess you're in. Like, you can do it. If I pulled my grades from, like, B's and almost C's, don't tell my mom that, but if I can pull my grades from that to perfect hundreds, like, you can do it too. And I'm like, yeah, it's 6th grade, like, that work is easy, but getting to number 9 after not being on that list, like, you can do that. So yeah, I was very studious and everything. Aaron became popular, Ellie became popular, the twins there, they went goth, I think. Not like goth, but in the sense that, like, alt but not alt, but they're still, like, their little weird self. Weird in parentheses. Excuse me. And I still talk to most of them, but not in the way that I used to, and that makes me upset. 7th grade. Oh, I forgot a pivotal person in being who I am today. One of my other best friends, Shitoya. I'm not gonna say her full government name because I'm not like that, but she is such a she is such a good friend, and I hope that I was a good friend to her, because she was also a very big gotcha kid, right? And we'd be on Roblox for hours, and we'd play Bloxburg, and I would watch her make her stupid, not, they're not stupid, but like, in the sense that, like, her like stupid little gotcha videos, and I would try to do the same, and then I'd have my own account, and like, I made my own account in 6th grade. She moved away after 5th grade, and I still kept in touch with her. Like, I called her almost every day, and we were very close. And now that she is in the same school as me, we're not very close, and that makes me kind of sad. Not gonna lie, like, I dwell, like how I do with Bruno, like, I dwell on the fact that we're not close anymore. But it's whatever. But she was such a important part of my life, and I don't think I would be the person I am here today without her, because she has taught me to express myself in a way that no other person has. So it was really nice. But 7th grade, yeah, I had a gotcha YouTube channel, and I'm hoping that nobody ever finds it ever again, because it went full blast in 7th grade, and honestly, I was denying every single thing. I was like, no, that's not me. No, that's not me. No, that's not me. And it's all because of my best friend Jake, right? He's gay. I'm still close with him. He's something. 7th grade was awful, horrible. He was mean. He was so mean, so mean. But we were like really close friends. Like, we're like best friends, honestly. I tell him everything, but I don't think I've told him some of the stuff on this video. So if he watches this, well, now he knows. Anyways, so he was really mean and everything, and I became really close with him really fast. And yeah, I would call him every day, and yeah, that was that. 8th grade. This is when the title of this video starts kicking in. 8th grade, I found myself coming back to right, and honestly, it just goes back to there. And I found AO3 again, and I have never been happier. I probably have been happier, but I'm not gonna lie, I've never been so parasocial before, and it's showing because I have not slept, and I am no, I went back, and I was thinking, I was like, wow, I've relapsed. I'm going back into being the geeky little nerd I was all the way back then. And honestly, I'm not that ashamed as I was. I'm not as ashamed as I would be if I told my 7th grade self this, because 7th grade me, I was like preppy little studious girl who wasn't associated with any of that. Like, I was embarrassed, and now I don't think I am, but I will be embarrassed if people find out, not gonna lie, but I won't be like, oh my gosh, that's disgusting. I'm like, yeah, I watched that stuff, it's so freaking good. Like, oh my gosh, like, these things that I went through, and these things that I found in quarantine time are stuff that is a part of my identity, and I think just now I'm coming to terms and accepting the fact that, yeah, that is the kind of person I am, and it's the kind of things I like, you know? And it's really eye-opening to say that, yeah, I do like to watch anime, but I'm not like big on it. Like I don't go dress up and stuff like that. But and I like reading some mangas. I'm not big on it. I like reading other deeper stuff like that too, like the Odyssey and Mother River and Persepolis. Like yeah, I like that stuff, but I like other things too. And I think with the way that stereotypes has so heavily been engraved into our minds that people often overlook the fact that there's more than just being what you are. Like me myself, I'm a cheerleader, and I hate it so much. I hate being a cheerleader so much in the sense that all people know me for is being a cheerleader, like being like the stereotypical being popular and going out and everything. Like no, I don't like to do that stuff. I would honestly rather be here talking to my iPad, watching whatever anime, eating dumplings, having my hair all messy. I sound like YN right now, but I really sound like a YN, not gonna lie. But I would rather stay in. I like my alone time. I'm not that very popular, honestly. I don't have a lot of friends. Like I don't have a lot of like friends, and I don't go out and do stuff. And there's more to me. Like I'm so smart, and I like doing a lot of things, and people only know me as being a cheerleader because stereotypes have made it that way. And same with liking anime. Like you tell somebody that, oh yeah, I like reading anime and stuff like that, and people are like, ew, like nerd, otaku. And honestly, that's not like wow. If I showed you my Instagram, and if I like say you're a random person, and if I showed you my Instagram and I was like, that girl reads AO3, you wouldn't be able to guess that right off the bat because of stereotypes. And it's honestly a little kind of sad. And I hope that one day as a society we can move on and break those stereotypes. Because there's so much more to people than what people know. And I know sometimes I can overlook and make assumptions and become a little judgy. I try not to be judgmental, but I can be a little judgy based on how a person looks or like what they like and everything. And honestly, that's something I need to work on myself too. But yeah, I don't really have a way to end this video, not gonna lie. So